Hey guys, Scott here, and today Behavior finally made an update on cheaters and what they're currently doing to tackle it. It's not really that much information, but that also makes sense because they can't really give specifics on what they're trying to do to fix their cheater situation because then cheaters can exploit that and make it easier for themselves to cheat. And so you have, just as they worded it, a sort of a back and forth arms race between cheaters and developers trying to constantly one up each other, and that will basically never stop in any game. You can't stop cheating basically ever in any game. It's always going to happen. Cheaters that make the cheats, like the actual hackers that make the cheats, are actually pretty good at exploiting any possible little flaw and making it possible. And then the developers have to see that and then see what they're doing and then react to it. So it's an ongoing process. And so the fact that they have not fixed everything is, of course, making sense because you just can't really just instantly fix that stuff. But they did throw out a bunch of stats. They've apparently banned over 200,000 people, which is a pretty significant amount. You think about how many people play Dead by Daylight in a day, it's, I don't know, probably close to like a million or something like that, if I had to guess. Um, and it's not like, that's 200,000 players and like it's not related to that million. It's a pretty sizable chunk. And so 50,000 people have been banned this year. Interestingly, that means they've been probably actively really banning people for the past like 4 years or something like that. But that is, that's good. They are actually getting banned. They are having to buy new accounts or get new accounts from somewhere. So the important point about this is it is eventually limited. It's limited by how many free accounts people have gotten, like from Epic Games and stuff like that. Like those numbers will eventually run out if they keep banning them. Like they can't do that forever. There's not an unlimited supply of free accounts. What they can do is keep repeatedly buying the game over and over again, which I'm sure a lot of them will do if they have the spare income. But that starts to get expensive depending on how quickly they get banned. And it's, I think, a false perception in the community that the cheaters don't get banned, because they do get banned. It's just very likely that they just have another account and they'll be back the next day doing the same shit. So it seems like they're not banned, even if they are getting banned. So it's nice to see this is actually, it's actually working. But yeah, sometimes the actual feedback is you don't really see it working because it's not, there's no like public message when a guy gets banned saying like, blah, blah, blah has been permanently banned. Like, oh, great, it's working. You just don't get that kind of feedback. And so it seems worse than it probably actually is. So automated bans, that's easy anti-cheat. Easy anti-cheat basically sucks. We'll just ignore that first part. In-game countermeasures. So they're trying to put more stuff on the server side now, which is excellent and how they should be doing. Games that have most of the calculations and things like that done on server side are way, way harder to cheat. That's why it's notoriously difficult to cheat in things like MMOs and stuff like that. So that is a very good way to take the game. It's a very long process. It takes a long time to switch everything, not everything, the important things to server side rather than client side. So yeah, that's going to be a long process. I can't imagine it's going to be without its issues, but we'll see how it goes there. The manual ban system is pretty lackluster from my experience, so that really is not great. Really, the in-game countermeasures here is the huge thing that's going to be very, very important. That will make it a lot easier to deal with people that are cheating. Last 7 days alone, we banned over 2,000 cheaters, which is kind of a lot, actually. That is, in 7 days, 2,000 cheaters is quite a bit, considering probably half of those are the same person, just with multiple accounts. So that's honestly pretty good. They did make a little like calendar here just to show what they're going to be kind of working on. And this is all vague stuff. It doesn't really necessarily mean anything. It's just good that they have some type of open discussion about it, which is really all we can ask. Telling them to give us specifics on the exact things that they're doing, a million years, it's never going to happen. So this is pretty much as specific as they can get, and it's nice. So first is fixing various vulnerabilities. I'm not really quite sure what that means. It could be the DDoSing thing. It could be just simple things that allow them to inject cheats into the game itself. Player sniping prevention. I'm really, really hoping this is lobby injection. This is a huge, huge problem, especially for streamers. People with cheats can inject themselves into your lobby, regardless of anything. So you will always get in a lobby with them. This is not regular stream sniping where you queue at the same time and hope to get your favorite streamer. This is they press a button and they're in their lobby every single game. So even if they remove the DC penalty, it wouldn't matter because they'll be in your lobby every time anyway. You can't stop it. So that is something they really need to fix. And it seems like Fall 22, which we're basically in right now, is when they're planning on fixing that. So that's good. It seems like a very, very kind of close thing that they're going to be working on. In additional fail safes, it's just a vagary. Improve support tools. I'm not really sure what they're talking about here. Like, really, a lot of this is just like we're doing stuff. And we just have to take them at their word. Honestly, I think they've been doing pretty great lately, so I'm going to take them at their word for now. Whether or not it's actually going to fix stuff, the most important thing is going to be the whole in-game countermeasures. That's going to be the most realistic thing that they can do to try to fix these things. Other than that, I mean, it's good to see that they address it. There's not too much specific information here, like I said. So I just wanted to go over that for a bit. It's good that they're finally talking about it, and we'll see what they do. They, like I said, I think they've been doing pretty good recently for the most part, and I'd like to see them continue on that trend by addressing this, by fixing that whole. All they got to do is make it so things are more server sided than client sided, and that will fix so many issues. But yeah, easier said than done. That's a pretty big step. So that's it. Thanks for watching. See you.